Hey everyone, Rho here. Before I begin today, a big thank you to Max for the virtual gift voucher. Huge thank you my friend for the support, it is truly appreciated, thank you. But on to today. Today we're having a little fun and discussing which chapters deserve their own Black Templar moment. So let's waste no time and just jump straight in. Okay. Now, as we are all aware, GW is just absolutely smashing the upcoming Black Templar release out of the park. Not only did we get Helbrecht unveiled to accompany the box set which has already been revealed, and man does he look absolutely awesome, but then we've got a new Grimaldus shown off too. Complete with full retinue as well. I mean, this is the kind of release we all just absolutely love. So the question is, what other chapters deserve this kind of treatment? Their time to shine in the spotlight. And well, yes, the answer is most likely all of them, but we'll narrow it down to 5 just for today. And well, if you know anything about me by now, you'll know I'd say all of the first founding chapters, particularly the ones outside the big boys. So namely the White Scars, Salamanders, Raven Guard, Imperial Fists and Iron Hands. And to be honest, you probably could put in the Blood Angels, Space Wolves and Dark Angels now as well, because they need a lot of characters upgraded to Primaris status. It really does feel like the Ultramarines have taken way more of the spotlight so far. However, for this list I've put my love for the first founding aside and gone for successor chapters, and one or two that aren't your simple codex adhering chapters, ones that have a little flavour. So let's kick off my 5 chapters with number 1, the Black Dragons. Unequivocally one of the most enigmatic chapters out there. The imposing all black armour, the bone spike protrusions coming through, the unknown gene seed lineage, other chapters such as the Dark Angels refusing to fight by their side, and an impending Inquisition investigation. I mean, there's few chapters with as awesome a background going for it as the Black Dragons. And well, really, it's the uniqueness of their bone protrusions which could enable some really unique units or characters here. I could quite easily see a Black Dragon variation of an Assault Intercessor squad that could be really awesome looking. Combine that with maybe a captain evoking that classic image of the crest coming from the helm. I definitely think these guys could have something very unique going for them across the tabletop. Now, would we ever properly get a codex supplement? No, most likely not. But we could see an embellishment of their background and narrative, really diving in a bit more to the character of this chapter, while not revealing all the mystery that's behind them, giving us a few more teases and hints to a possible revelation. The usual format of more teases and hints, but without giving us the real answers. I would definitely love to see some more development going towards the Black Dragons, within the narrative and on the tabletop. On to number 2, and next up, how about the Sons of the Phoenix? Now this could just be because I've been discussing them recently, so I've got them on my mind, but I really wish to see these guys emerge into the spotlight a little more. They're of course a new Ultima founding chapter, so it's a little development going for the new chapters, which does seem to be the trend. But they've got that intrigue regarding their true lineage, just giving them so much more flavour than most of the fellow Ultima founding names. How awesome would it be to see them further embrace the Phoenix symbolism? Maybe one or two units or characters really embellishing the hallmarks of the Emperor's Children Legion of old. Those ties to the Emperor's Children in all their former glory. Now, would it make sense? No, probably not. They'd have to be doing it without even realizing why or quite what they're ending up referencing. In truth, it would only really be Gilliman who may notice something anyway. There's not many people around that could remember the Emperor's Children as they were back in their Loyalist days. I mean, who have we got? Pretty much Gilliman and Bjorn the Fell-Handed only. Imagine a Sons of Phoenix captain done up in all the pomp and circumstance of a son of Fulgrim of old. Man, I would just love to see it. The rumoured sons of the traitor Primarchs embellishing the traits of their fathers. Next up we have probably by far the most realistic option, at least as far as standard chapters go, and that is the Crimson Fists, the #1 successor chapter in terms of popularity after their fellow brothers in the Black Templars. Now yes, they are pretty much a standard Codex chapter, but their background gives them an awesome character narrative. We all know we need a Pedro Cantor Primaris upgrade. That is not even up for debate. This dude is an absolute legend. And if you don't know why, then go back and read the old school Rin's World novel. Man, there's a scene in that book that will just absolutely wanting you to storm any enemy stronghold in the name of Pedro Cantor. And while I do want the Crimson Fists to move on from the Rin's World incident, because it does feel like they've been permanently tied to it for a long time, you could and perhaps should use it as a part of their legacy. I could quite easily see a specialist orc fighter unit. I know the whole chapter really do this anyway, but something really specialist. I just think that would tie into their background perfectly. And really, you could use it for any unit that you wish. A specialist eliminators unit, experienced at taking out the greenskins, an infiltrator squad used to being behind the greenskins' enemy lines, surrounded by orcs in all directions. Honestly, their imagination could run wild, but something to add that little relevant character. The models representing these hardened orc fighters. It would fit, it would be evocative, and for the Crimson Fists it would be awesome. Now next up, I was going to say the famed Carcharodons, which I'm sure many would love to see, myself included, but instead I'm going to opt for the Scythes of the Emperor, a little more of a mainstream chapter, and really these guys are very similar in the sense to the Crimson Fists, a standard Codex chapter with a little unique background. But here, like I said, again it's the background that matters. These guys had their homeworld devastated by the Tyrannid menace, and essentially had their entire chapter destroyed. They were hanging on by a knife edge, and only now, thanks to the Primaris reinforcements, is the chapter starting to rebuild. However, not only is their chapter rebuilding, but so too is their devastated homeworld. Thanks to a certain Belisarius call, the barren bedrock is being terraformed anew. So I think this storyline would work very well with a redeeming chapter of sorts. A new chapter master taking the helm to craft the chapter a new legacy, to be that shining beacon amidst the darkness once more. And yet their ties to the past could be used to embolden that character. Having put down a Genestealer cult upon the devastated homeworld, why not have a dedicated unit to this Tyrannid threat? Or you could even just go with Tyrannids in the wider whole. Yes, I know the Ultramarines had this in the past, but to be honest, that's really kind of been faded into the background now. And the boys in blue really don't need it. So let another chapter benefit from this added unique shade. And the Size of the Emperor for me are a great option for it. However, finally, one I've spoken about before, and not exactly a successor chapter, or even a chapter at all if you like, but the Legion of the Damned. Man, do I want to see a new force of these guys. With the quality of the sculpts these days, I mean, oh boy, can you just imagine what we could get. A new updated model honouring the classic Sergeant Centurious of old. The flames billowing out all around them, the emotionless, passiveless helms, bones adorning all their armour. I don't want to see Firehawk stuff. Just keep the Legion of the Damned the mystery that they are. Heck, even update them to have Primaris amidst their ranks, plunging them completely back into the mysterious category. I mean, nothing evoked the sense of wonder and intrigue. Back in my childhood of 2nd edition, like seeing the Legion of the Damned page in the Ultramarines Codex, the artwork of the Marines standing amidst the flames, the story of Tigurius and his men awaiting their death, only to hear the screams of the enemy as the Legion of the Damned arrived amidst the fog. I mean, it's just something special. I'm almost getting chills just reminiscing about it. This is the impact the Legion of the Damned used to have, and this is the impact the Legion of the Damned need to have. These guys are my absolute most wanted update, even over my beloved White Scars and Space Wolves, even over a new Dante okay, maybe not a Dante model, but you guys get the picture. As much as I would be excited to see any of these chapters getting some kind of Templar treatment, there's nothing quite like the Legion of the Damned. I can't wait. I really hope we get to see that. But as always guys, what do you think? Which chapter out there do you want to see get given the Black Templar treatment, as I am calling it? Which chapter do you want to see shine in the spotlight? And again, let's try and shy away from the first founding chapters, because really we all know they're going to get their moment. At least I hope they do. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments below, I love to read them. And if you're new, please consider subscribing to help the channel grow. But with that said, I am off and I'll see you all again real soon.